Vachi.
I just got some new shoes, man. I ain't got time to be fooling around with you, man.
Hey, Vachi.
Time to fool around with you, man.
Hey, Vachi. Hey, Vach, you know what's so crazy?
Hmm?
I've been having so many people on the channel lately, but it's just, I could just cut up with you, bro. Like, we could cut up. We
Yeah.
could just cut up, bro.
Yeah, shouts out to you. You're being book a guest guy now. That's that's a little bag I'm seeing you in. So, hey,
You see it? I've been trying to get. I mean, honestly. So I here it is, right? Me and Zach, we doing a draft guide. I tap into doing all right every night. I get Brian every now and again. I get Voch. Try to get Voch once a week because people love when that come across the timeline. And
that's expensive, man. Can't give
wow, y'all see how he do me? He said he the price that went up on me. That's crazy.
Costs a little money these days. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys gotta not sign. Gotta not sign core pieces of their team to give me 3 days a week, 2 days. And I ain't even on that all the time.
Hey, I brought Wolchek through the basement. I got Voch on. My brother Voch has inspired me, man. Trying to stay consistent and but I can always be myself with Voch. And we can always talk draft. I got a good one today, Voch. I don't really want to argue. We ain't really. I really want to give people thoughts and ideas, and you got my mind rolling on possibly going O-line. Would I like it? No, but it would be an each vegetable draft. It would be. Zach Martin just retired, the whole nine. But Vachi, we've been doing this a long time, and you need to get this on a shirt. Teams suck at drafting. You have now become can't nobody steal that. Yeah. Can't nobody steal that. Voch stamped that. I got my one and I got my one in it. Hey, bro, everybody's stealing that Voch.
I've been seeing it going around, man.
What's up with these people? Now they took the roof from me, Voch. They
stole that from you. They stole that from right up under your feet. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even like when you out here, man, you got to make it so different that they know, like gun under the seat guy, you know what I'm saying? Peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? It got to be like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
You did. You definitely did spank gun under the seat. You got him. You got him with that.
Assists, man. I got some great assists right. Hey, I've been doing this for a minute now. You know what I mean? But Footsdaking, how I see it, we need the community needs something to call stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it don't bother me when I see that because teams do so good. I've been seeing the rhetoric. All right, let's do it. Let's get focused. I've been seeing the rhetoric.
Let's get focused. I was tweeting this out, by the way, but let's get focused.
Perfect. Mel Kiper jumping out. McMillan may fall. Jeremiah got a mock where Jeanty going 23. Brugler came and told Brian Broad, oh, Mason Graham might fall. You know what I'm saying? Teams suck at drafting, man. So when we do these mock drafts, man, I hate the mock drafts with 11 perfect picks and then we go. That ain't how real life go. I'm gonna point and laugh at 3 of them teams before we get on the team the board. Now we might be one of them teams that we laugh at. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Guyton was a situation where if I'm another team, I'm laughing at her. But for the most part, I think we've been doing all right. I think we're in great place to hit this year. We just can't overthink it, bro.
We haven't tapped in like on the team side of this. Me and you've been tapping in on the draft. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, people need to know you killing the draft. So you brought so much life to that, bro. And that's just what you do. That's what Voch Lombardi does. I'm gonna turn the comments off so I can focus.
We live?
We live, bro. Yeah, we live. Yeah. Retweet this out. Retweet this.
Voch is actually like one of the most entertaining people I watch.
That is true. Appreciate y'all. I didn't know y'all was listening.
He can produce too. Y'all can't get him to do that. I can. Here we go. Voch Lombardi.
Yeah.
So we do this and we do this every year. And it's the top. If you look at the top 10 from January to, I would like to look at it in March. It's gonna look totally different, right? Mm-hmm. But this team, this Cowboys team, in my estimation, is not a top 10 drafting team. Like the Panthers, they need to be drafting top 10. Mm-hmm. A few other teams, the Bears, bad O-line, just awful O-line. A few other spots, new coach, they need to be drafted. I don't think Dallas is that team.
We're not a restarting team.
Yeah.
We're not a terribly restarting team. We got some core pieces all over the place. We just need to put role players and pieces around those guys and depth pieces around those guys. So that we can go to the promised land. If you look at the Raiders, for example, like they best players may be Max Crosby and Brock Bowers. You know what I'm saying? Like that may be their best set of guys. You know what I'm saying? If we had that, you know, we'd be jumping off a roof right now. Hollering about how bad we are. You know what I'm saying? But we at least have, people talk about fall they won't, but we have a quarterback that can win you games.
Yes.
We have 88, 73. You know, I feel good about 56 moving forward as a piece that's going to be around for a while. You know, you look on the other side, you at least got 11 and you can build around 11. 97 is a guy we talking about his money. We'll see. 26 is a guy that should have won player of the year on defense a couple years ago, breaking the
interceptions and all that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's and you know, we'll see if 7 comes back, if 13 comes back in the future or whatever. But I don't think we're as desperate as a top 12 or top 5 or so team. So you ain't wrong. So yeah, we should use this as an opportunity to not just retool, but retool with a 12th overall guy, not a 25 or 26 overall.
Not a 25, 26. And so, Vach, let's just get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a world where Te McMillan is a receiver one for me. One thing I said that I'm not gonna do.
You said there's not a world where he's not wide receiver one for you.
Yeah, he's wide receiver one for me. And what I'm not gonna do is allow I will give you credit. All draft cycle last year, you didn't want Tyler Guyton, and so far you've been proven right. You didn't let me.
Tyler gonna be okay. But
I mean, just to that point though, you saw you and Sky were loud about. Well, really, you were really loud about.
Yeah, I was loud.
You was loud about it, bro. I mean, it is what it is. But that's the draft. Like, if you're gonna do this, that's why I want people to understand. If you're gonna do this, you gotta live with your takes. We wouldn't be who we are if I don't walk back your takes. If you feel a certain way, feel that way. And so I'm not gonna let people tell me that Matthew Golden is better than Te McMillan. I like Matthew Golden. Yeah. I like Luther Burden. Hell, I love Emeka Egbuka. They are not, capital N, better than Te McMillan. But obviously, Mel Kiper, for whatever we want to say, Mel Kiper is the reason, one of the reasons why me and Bosch can sit here and talk draft and y'all pay us to do it in views and whatever the case, because our opinion matters to y'all. At a point, we got to give Mel his flowers. They matter to the world, and he knows people. If Mel is hearing that there's a possibility that Tech could fall out of the top 10, Voss Lombardi, there's some legs to it, right?
You know, man,
Go ahead.
Jay-Z got to give respect to Sugar Hill gang. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But there's a point when we get here. But Mel is what up, JC?
We love you, JC. Thank you, brother.
Happening. We should use Mel as a tool.
Yeah.
And not really as a resource. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go to Mel for his opinion. When we look at what he does when he starts talking these mock drafts or whatever, I don't think Mel's watching film like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my board foots. Yeah. I got 135 players watched, okay? And
ooh, you done climbed up there, buddy.
Yeah, it's Brian don't let me rest. But I come online and I talk about all these players, 3 dudes at a time, like per night. So I'm talking about these guys, or I'm just talking about these guys. Yeah. So when Mel Kiper says, well, Te McMillan is really good in contested catch, but that's versus college corners. And I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that versus NFL corners. And I'm like, Ninja, you just said Travis Hunter's the #1 corner in this class. You know what I'm saying? And I got film in the tank of Te McMillan making him look crazy. You know,
that was a hell of a point. You spanked that point, Voss. That was a good point.
I got film of that. You know, and look, it ain't like I secretly got film. Like, all y'all niggas saw it. You all saw it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm like, all right, man, where you manufacturing this from? Mel is in the opinion game no more. Mel's not a hungry up at 2:00 in the morning watching film guy no more. Mel's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying?
Mel's a millionaire.
Like Daniel Jeremiah probably watching more film than him. Like Matt Miller watching more film than him. Like Mel trying to retire for real. He just getting his checks and kicking it. He's seen these guys. But man, I'm not looking at Mel like, all right, bro. McMillan may fall to 14 overall because that. Man, when I hear that, man, I don't think Luther Burden really gonna fall out of the first round. I don't see that because that ain't what the film say. Even if it's 24 is not better than 23, that ain't what the film say. Oh, people worry about Ashton Jeanty having too many carries. I believe that. But get him a running mate. Get a second running mate. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's not enough for that dude's film who's better than Bijan's film or better than Jonathan Brooks last year who was running back. He's better than those guys' film. So why would, you know what I'm saying? So like these mock drafts, man, I don't look at them as a, man, I'm not trying to hear y'all thoughts on this. I'm trying to hear what you heard somebody say. You know what I'm saying? And somebody in the comments on that post Foots, they was like, oh, so we should listen to Mel the professional. So we shouldn't listen to him and we should listen to you, the YouTube scout guy. See, old Vach would have got an attitude and I would have tried to defend myself, Foots, but I'm new Vach. I don't care what some imaginary person is saying, but what I wanted to say, I just didn't have the spirit to fight on the internet. But what I wanted to say was, man, that's not even my opinion, bro. Yeah, that's not even my opinion. You can go watch McMillan play versus NFL corners. It's on film. This ain't me saying, oh, Mel, you're wrong. I think McMillan is better than you think he is. I'm saying, you just said Travis is the best.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up on your screen.
Pull it up, man. Yeah, please. Why you pull it up? I think one of the things that I think people have fallen in love with, and it happens every year, is buzzwords. The buzzword now, and I saw it a lot last year, separation. Right? Mm-hmm. What guys create separation? Thank you for the super, everybody who keeps dropping the super chat. Separation, right, Bach? Mm-hmm. But are we looking at how Te McMillan wins, Bacho? Are we? I'll say this, and I want you to pull up your film, Voch. But I'll say that I remember watching Anquan Bolden at Florida State.
Yeah,
wasn't the fastest. I think Anquan Bolden might have been a 4.6 guy, 4.55, whatever. Somebody looked that up in the chat, bruh. It wasn't a slant route you could defend when it came to Anquan Bolden. It wasn't a dig comeback because you couldn't get through his body. You cannot get through 6'5", dog. It's a real 6'5".
CeeDee Lamb is a 4.5 guy. DeAndre Hopkins is a 4.5 guy. Larry Fitzgerald is a 4.5 guy. I ain't worried about Foots. I'm so messy, right? This is just my little highlight tape. I'm gonna let it roll while you talk. I don't know why I'm messy enough to feel like the very first place should be McMillan versus Travis. I don't know why I feel like I should have just put that right there first. But no, like
we being messy.
It's
the combine time, Voch. We being messy. Be messy.
Yeah, man. We just working, man. But what you said is very important, right? I was on the draft show a couple weeks ago. I was on a little draft show. The Cowboys host a little show over there. I was just on it with it. They called me in to come be on, whatever.
just humbly.
Whatever it is that they was talking about at the time. And they was talking about generational players, right? And plus, I don't fool with generational players because people don't let enough generations pass by before they start talking about generational players for real, though, right? Yeah. McMillan's not a generational player, but the skill set of what he does well.
Yes.
We haven't seen somebody do that in a long time. As far as how he wins with the ball in the air, we've seen body control guys, but we haven't seen it like him. We've seen catch radius guys, but I don't think we've seen catch radius guy put it together.
Look at that yak. That's a yak. 6'5".
We haven't seen it put together like this before. So McMillan, he ain't like Calvin Johnson or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because Calvin's different. But he doesn't have to win by running by people. He wins by catching the ball where you can't catch it. He wins by catching the ball. This is him over the middle. And this is technically contested. And this is technically a child on his back. But unless you Mr. Fantastic, I don't see how you stopping that.
That's where I'm
see
at.
how you stopping that?
How he wins.
Unless you read Richards, yeah, you could be an NFL whatever. I don't see how you stopping that.
Yes.
I don't see it. Then he's a long-legged yak guy at the end, Foots. You said that earlier. I'm sorry for ranting today, Foots, but
no. This the heat I wanted, bro.
He pissed me off a little, Foot.
No, this the heat I wanted, Voch. This ain't draft show, Voch. This underground Voch. This Section 80 Kenny right here. This Section 80. No, I think, and we got to talk about this from a Cowboys perspective, and then we'll get to Jeanty. Yes. I know you got work to do today, sir. Voch, when it comes to Tet, I think I have to hammer this home with fans, because there were actually fans who said, I don't know if he's slower. Bro, you have Sedarian Lamb on your football team.
CD ain't fast. CD ain't look at this. Look. Shit.
Come on, bro.
CD, look, CD not no burner for real. You know what I'm saying? But Foots, that may be somebody's point. Like, Voch, we don't have a burner on the team. Man, if you could do this for real, you ain't got to run past nobody.
That's a cheat in the red area. And who's that on? Anyway.
That's number one.
Come on. Oh, but so all right, let's talk about it. You have CeeDee Lamb on this team. Yes. You do not need Te McMillan, and maybe this is from a standpoint of we need him to be receiver one, day one. You're going to come and that's not what Tet is doing. When you're drafting 12th, and I just told you that this team is not that far away. If Dak doesn't get hurt, if Micah doesn't get hurt, if Law doesn't get hurt, if Sam Williams can give you something, these are all guys that are hurt. Diggs, you plan on getting some of this back. If you are not drafting, you're drafting 12 to get a player like this. Yes, you need defensive tackle. Yes, you need offensive line. Yes. But if 12, and if you're sitting there at 12 and Te McMillan is there and you have a chance to be Jamar, that's all I'm saying, Voch.
I've been
much love. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate the work y'all putting in. Thanks for the great content. Let's hope this draft and free agent. Thank you for that, super. Go ahead, Voch. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, I just been getting into some fights with Rome and DMV a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to JC too, because JC he hadn't fought me yet, but he just be in the back with a shady jacket, just watching both of us, you know what I'm saying, fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't fight us, but he like Batman, just sitting back watching us do our thing or whatever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to think that just because I'm so pro O-line that I won't go wide receiver and running back. I just think common sense tells me that McMillan should be gone. That's just what common sense tells me. Like, on my board, I got
pull your board up, sir.
I got it. He's my fifth best player. You know what I'm saying? He's player 5 for me, wide receiver 1 and player 5 behind Travis Carter.
I think I have Jeanty at 6.
That's cool.
I think I have Jeanty at 4. I got him in that top 7 for sure.
It's cool. Jeanty gonna be right around there somewhere for everybody, but I got Tet as my 5 guy. So in real life, he's my 5 guy. You add a couple quarterbacks and offensive line, that still ain't getting you to 12. So when I'm preaching, hey, just don't put it all in that McMillan bag because he may not be there. I just don't want my family, my loved ones, meaning y'all, I don't want y'all damn feelings hurt because y'all been screaming McMillan, and we go up there and his ass goes 6 because that's what he's supposed to be going. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, like, get ready for anything. Like, get ready for Siobhan Revelle. I would hate it, but just get ready for it. You just don't know.
And you know what's crazy, Voch? After we talk about Ashton, I want to put a pin in something. I actually want to talk about how we get to players like this falling, because I don't think that people really think like, oh, Shamar Stewart could go in the first round. In the top 10. Jalen Walker could insert mystery athlete that could go in the top 10.
I'll tell you why, Foots. The biggest hit that I've gotten here, and people want to talk about my L so much, they don't talk about the numerous of wins that I have. But the biggest win that I have is I was like, CeeDee Lamb can make it to what was it, 16 overall where we were. But this was my reasoning for that. And don't be smiling big when I say this. Think about McMillan foot. But CeeDee Lamb was a 4-5 guy.
Yes.
I was like, somebody's gonna value Ruggs and his speed.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna value Judy and his route running and his ability to kind of get upfield a little bit.
Yes, sir.
They're going to look at these tackles, Derek Brown and Kinlaw, and they're going to look at the other value plays like quarterback. They're going to look at corner, and CJ Henderson messed around and went too early. You know what I'm saying? They was just loving corners a lot. Terrell from the Falcons from Clemson, right?
AJ Terrell, yeah.
AJ Terrell. He was a good pick. He ain't Lamb, but he was a good pick. But I just felt like that was a year where people were valuing corners, and CeeDee Lamb wasn't really he wasn't fast 40 guy. He wasn't fast 40 guy. And that was my reasoning why he fell. I was like, hey man, CeeDee Lamb is a yak guy that can grow into a top receiver type character. But CeeDee Lamb was my wide receiver one the year. I wasn't here for the noise because that's what the film said. But I know how the league does. Man, we knew Coach Evans in here. I don't know if he in here still, but he did the that show with me that night. Me and him was on the same page. Man, they're gonna take Ruggs because he run. Vegas gonna take Ruggs because he run fast.
Yeah.
We knew that was gonna be the case.
Speed, Vachi. Yeah.
So man, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And that's why the combine coming up, and y'all get ready for them cats to move up a little bit. But McMillan could very much so fall because he's 4.5 guy. But I don't need that motherfucker to run 40 yards. I just need a good.
I need a dig and a slant.
A dig ain't but 10, but a dig ain't but 10, and you can run fast as you want after that. I don't care about none of that. What up, Jake?
Especially when you got CeeDee Lamb getting coverage rolled his way. Okay, let's talk about this, Vach. Actually, before we do this, let me have this super chat. This video is brought to you guys by BetUS. BetUS. Vach just said it. You can actually place futures on who may go first, second, third, first, who the Cowboys are going to draft. NBA is on. UFC is on. Vach, I know you're a big UFC guy. BetUS. BetUS has all your betting needs. Thank you, BetUS, for sponsoring this channel. Okay, Vach, we hit on Tet, and I didn't want it. This isn't a versus series, but I may do the thumbnail like that. But this more or less is, okay, who helps Dallas more? We've all talked about Jeanty ad nauseum. I think we all feel how we feel about Jeanty. You've covered it on the draft show. You covered it on your show. We're doing all right. You've covered it with me. We've talked about it. Two GOATs questions. Would you pick Jeanty at 12, or would you trade back, grab an extra 3-4? We'll get to that. Let's put a pin in that, Jake. But I want to ask Vach, because that's what the title of this video is. And I want to, before I forget, because me and Vach we can go off on tangents, boy. Vach, who do you think year one helps the Cowboys more?
Jeanty helps you more. Like okay. Jeanty helps you more than anybody in the top, 40 till you get to
usage.
Yeah, usage wise. I mean, that's how running back works. You can make the argument that Jalen Ramsey was probably the better player, but Zeke won you them games for real.
Early on, Zeke won you them games, homie.
Jalen doesn't win you games, but Jalen makes your team better or whatever. So if Jalen Ramsey on your team, just throw to the other corner. Like the Cowboys do that. Like, hey, Diggs is there, throw to the other Diggs. Bland is there, throw to the other cornerback. Like, we know what cornerback 2 being a problem looks like. That was a tangent there, pardon me. But Zeke, Zeke is an undeniable game winner when he was out there in 2016 and 17 for. I think Jeanty's that's that same kind of guy. In the long run, of course, I would love to have McMillan. I think McMillan. First, let's talk, man. Let's talk about something real quick, man. You want to discuss some real shit, but let's talk. Let's
do it,
man. You think
talk about it?
You think Schottenheimer and his players out there, Schottenheimer and his new guys, his new employees, his new team, you think they spreading fallacies foot when they say we're gonna try to run the football? Because look, Brad, if we really gonna try to run the football. If we really gonna try to run it, then get Jeanty. If you're trying to win a Super Bowl in the next 4 years and you're really gonna run the football, then get Jeanty and don't worry about it. But if you gonna say, oh yeah, we're gonna run the football, but we really gonna throw it 40 times a game because we got Dak and that's what he do, then get McMillan and hope that Caleb Johnson falls to you in the second round, which is the much better option to me. I would love to have McMillan and Caleb Johnson is much better than Jeanty and Jack Besh. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This is just me talking. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong.
I just think that Jeanty is just rare, but you would hope to get a stud running back at 44. We just don't know what that's going to look like.
Yeah, Golden and or Marion Hampton, or Golden and Devin Neal, or Tet and
RJ
You
Harvey
know,
is something.
RJ Harvey, sign me up with that. With that, even some of these other guys that I like. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm working on a piece on Martinez. I like him a lot. So the thing is with this running back class is Jetsy does help you. However, you watch the Bengals play, and with bad O lines and with bad, I wouldn't say bad play calling, but they have two guys on the edge that you have to play defense a certain way, or they're going to kill you with both of those receivers. And that's like, and so if you were to say, you know what, let me get Damian Martinez, and we'll still be able to throw the ball in the red zone. They have to play soft so we can still run the ball. We re-sign Rico. And as much as I don't think Rico's special, I think you bring in that receiver, Rico look a whole lot different when it's people out the box. He look a whole lot different when they got a safety roll to CD. They got a number 2 corner trying to guard Tet that can't. And now Rico looks a little bit different. So that's my thoughts on it.
In real life, though, Foots.
Yes.
McMillan is the play. He is the play. And look, Rico Dowdle, no disrespect to him, but he's 1,000-yard rusher. So all you need is a running back that's better than him. And maybe you have a 1,500-yard rusher. I don't think it takes much to have a great run game, Foots. I just think the Eagles gave you some lessons you can learn from. I don't give a damn what happened in the Super Bowl. Dak is the more superior passer than Jalen Hurts. I'm not finna.
Oh, that's easily.
I ain't finna argue with no I Am Legend monsters online. But we saw that if you have an elite running back, it didn't happen in the actual game because they sold out to deal with Saquon and they threw the ball as a result of that. That's just good offensive game plan. It is what it is. But you saw leading up to the bowl, if my quarterback throw for 120 yards and my running back run for 210 and we win, then my quarterback gonna get credit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dak's not that guy. Dak will go out and da-da-da. But we do know that when Dak gets to postseason and big game atmosphere, I would love for him to be able to have a running game to bail him out.
Hand that ball off, yes. And yes, sir. And
you know what? Somebody to bail him out. And I hate that I got to talk about the Eagles, but they ass just won a Super Bowl. It is what it is. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. Yeah. They won a Super Bowl. We up here rebuild. I've been talking about draft since October. I ain't fought an Eagles fan all week, as all month, as bad as it hurts me. But those people at least give you some lessons for you to at least think about. If my quarterback gonna do goofy stuff like Hurts has done, if he gonna do goofy,
he did something goofy in the Super Bowl. If he just had a running back that could bail you out,
he threw that bit right to the other team. But it is what it is. Don't even worry about it. But and he had a defense that got his ass up out of there too. But
actually, defense, because Saquon didn't have a big game. But you're right.
If my quarterback gives me a bad day and throws for 120 some yards, does my whole team go to shit? That's my question.
And you know what's crazy, Vach? Just the way that Kansas City played the Eagles. They loaded the box. They sold out on rushing downs. It gave one-on-one opportunities to those receivers on the edge. That's what that run game does do. And then if you flip it, you look at a decent run design in Green Bay, and you had Josh Jacobs come out and say, you know what? We need a number 1 receiver. Now, the Cowboys have a number 1 receiver. If you put this thing on steroids, maybe the run game opens up. Maybe it doesn't. And maybe the run game opens up if you put it on steroids, and then maybe it flip-flops. Either way. But my point is this, Vach: weaponry, because at the end of the day, Ashton Jeanty will make things easy on Dak. I think Te McMillan will make things easy on Dak. I don't believe in, and this is me, Vach, I don't believe, as much as I like Matthew Golden, right? Mm-hmm. I know that there's a corner out there that will get their hands on Matthew Golden, and it could be ugly. Is he going to make that catch? Trayvon Diggs playing Matthew Golden game 1. Hey, Golden, it's the big leagues, bro. Yeah. You're not doing that to 6'5", 225, or whatever Te McMillan is, because he's still NFL open. You just showed the reps, Vach. He's still NFL open because he's Gumby. You know what I mean? You don't ask LeBron to be a point guard. You ask LeBron to go down the paint, get rebounds, do all the extra things, and that's what he could do. He has an elite trait in his size and his body positioning. Te McMillan, man, you bring him in and you insert him in his offense, just feels different, Vach.
Travis says something funny for us. He says,
What's up, AOC? I see you in here. Another creator. Shout out to all my creator brothers.
He said, did Vach give Kellen credit? I swear I've heard him on many Dallas Cowboy, Dallas Cowboy content guys bash him for so long, for so long. So yes, I've bashed Kellen Moore for years.
So have I.
I can still bash Kellen Moore.
I was just about to say that.
But Foots, and that's my point. If you have, look, Schottenheimer called the plays, right?
Yeah.
But if you got Saquon Barkley, right, or if you got Ashton Jeanty, all right, trips right, B Bird, power left. All right, cool, 5 yards. Jack's left, Y motion.
Power right. What are you
Power right. Pick a play. Pick a play. Hey, look, the Saints shouldn't give me $10 million a year for doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes the dudes got to carry you.
Yeah.
Sometimes dudes carry you.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. As great as Sean Payton is, Drew Brees is his Super Bowl companion. He only won one. Mike McCarthy, as great as whatever we feel about Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers was his Super Bowl companion. These people need dudes. These people need players. They need guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just because I call trips right, power left, it's called something else, but I'm speaking in chat box language. Just because I call that don't mean the same. So yeah, Kellen Moore deserves the criticisms I gave him, because I tell you what his ass did do early in the season. They want to throw the ball with Hurts a lot. Somebody tapped his ass on the shoulder, said, "Man, get about it."
If you go look, I went and looked at his game logs. Jalen Hurts threw for 2,900 yards this year. Stop it, y'all. Just stop it.
Yeah,
Stop acting like Kellen designed this great offense. He was running Sirianni stuff. They're still running RPO. They're still meshing the ball. They have a super O-line. They have a super runner. If you want to give them credit for bringing in that O-line, please do. If you want to bring them credit, give them credit for bringing in Saquon Barkley and Saquon running like a madman and almost rushing for 2,000 yards, please do. Like Jalen Hurts, there were times where that Philly fan base wanted him out. Stop it. There were times where they wanted Kellen Moore out. Stop it. He wasn't designing nothing special. They drafted Devontae Smith 10th overall, and they brought in A.J. Brown, paid him a bunch of money. They made the infrastructure so easy that you can't mess it up. How? You get what I'm saying? So I don't care. Send this around the Eagles fans. I don't care. I want to go viral. Jalen Hurts ain't a top 10 nothing.
I don't want that.
Listen, I want the smoke. I'm tired of it. It's a one-read deal. It's a one-read deal. Watch this guy. They post clips of Hurts saying this. Oh man, he's reading the defense. How? It's cover one. It's man. It's either man or three. He's not going from 1 to 2 to 3. It's mesh the ball. Oh, that overhang comes up. Oh, let me throw this slant to AJ Brown and watch him do the rest. We're not talking about.
They won a Super Bowl. So it don't matter.
They won a Super Bowl with a great roster.
They won a Super Bowl.
They won a Super Bowl. And listen, at the end of the day, this is the Cowboys and this is draft, but it kills me when people start watch Dak play quarterback. I'm hard on Dak, but I got smoke for everybody. But one thing I do know is Dak going from 1 to 2 to 3, manipulating the safety's eyes, throwing hole shots, throwing seam shots. Bro, every throw that Hurts makes is an edge throw. It's a 9 ball and just throw it up, and AJ gonna make somebody make a play because he's one-on-one cover. Why? Because the safety's in the box because he has to deal with Saquon. They got to stop something. Anyway, sitting talking to you. Sorry, guys. We went on a tangent. But I just want to say this. Ashton Jeanty or Te McMillan Vach, I think we covered both today. And I just want to, before you get to doing all right today, let me get to this last super before I head out. Before you get to doing all right today, Vach, I do believe there's a world where Tech could be here because teams are going to say, man, look at that Jalen Walker run through in the combine. Look at Michael Williams' arm length. We don't know if Tech can separate downfield. We don't know if he can run every route in the route tree because teams, what do? They suck it. Suck at drafting, bro.
Oh, they team suck it. Hey, I know what you were saying. I know what you was. Oh. Hey, look, next time just fish the quote. Hey, just don't stop in the middle and look at me. Don't stop in the middle of the quote.
Thank you for the super chat, Jackson.
Don't stop in the middle of the quote and look at me.
On that note, y'all,
I don't know
this is a quick.
I don't know what I ain't know what you were gonna say next.
Hey, this is a banger, Vach.
Don't just believe in me to finish the line. Just finish the line. I ain't know you
suck at drafting.
Hey, man. Say the whole line. Team suck at draft. Just say the whole line.
Team suck at drafting. They don't. Team suck at. Hey, guys. What a banger, man. Vach, you'll be on tonight. We're doing all right. He'll be on the draft show tomorrow. Vach, thank you so much for jumping on. Thank you for your time, bro. Is there anything else you want to get to before we head out? 350 people in here, by the way, midday. Love it.
Hey, man, shouts out to everybody that came in. JC say Travis is the truth. You talk about Travis in the chat. Tell Travis call in, man. Travis want to fuss. I can fuss. I can dust off the fussing boots for a little while, and you know.
Hey, Travis. Hey, Travis. You gonna have to call in on Vach show. Fuss don't got all the bells and whistles, and I ain't give you my number. And Travis, if you an Eagles fan, I don't want to talk to you. I don't gotta explain nothing to you, Travis. Guess what? At the end of the day, thank you for tuning in. We love you. If you want to hear somebody praise Jalen Hurts, go to their channels. Here, we going to give you the real. Nice player, great running back. You know what I mean? Great tush push, all that. But 2,900 yards, you tell me any other quarterback that's being talked about as the top 10 quarterback that threw for 2,900 yards? Come on, bro.
He in there fighting you for so we just gotta get up out of here.
It was either let me make sure I got that right. It was 38 something. It was a crazy number.
It don't matter.
Let me look. I really want to look at Jalen Hurts stats this year.
It don't matter, man. We had a great day talking about draft, man. It don't matter. I'm not.
Yeah, I know I wasn't crazy. 2,900 yards, Vach. That's running back numbers. I'm at peace. I'm sorry.
I'm at peace, man. I'm not. Look, I know that he got some 100-yard passing games, and we know. Look, but they
the whole game log is 100 yards.
But when somebody win the Super Bowl, it is what it is, man. When they win the Super Bowl, when they win the Super Bowl, you can say Jalen Hurts threw for 5,000 yards, and you can't fight it because he won the Super Bowl. You can say, look, if the Cowboys get there, I don't know if it's going to be Dak or whoever, I'm going to be insufferable.
Oh yeah,
but we're not there.
Yeah, we just haven't.
You can call Jalen first. You can call Jalen Hurts a Hall of Famer right now if you want to. I don't agree, but man,
he got one. He got one.
They win. You could be a fairy tale superhero if you want to. You win the Super Bowl, man. You can be what you want, man.
And that's why you draft Tet.
That's why
you draft Tet, and it's gonna look different.
And hope Caleb Williams is there. You don't need look, you could either have the lead rusher in Ezekiel Elliott, or you could have it in DeMarco Murray. One was a 4th overall guy, one was a 3rd round guy. So
yeah,
we would love to have Jeanty, but you ain't gotta have him. Go ahead.
Hey man, much love to you, Vach, man. Love you so much, bro. This is really my bro. We're gonna say this on air. This is my true friend. Thank you, Vach, for jumping on. You guys tap in with him. He'll be on later tonight. All draft coverage. This is what me and Vach do. This is our time of year. So we're gonna shine, man. That's what we do. Thank you, JC. Thank you, AOC, all the other content creators in here, man. Much
Appreciate
love
it, Travis.
as well. All right, yep. Much love, y'all. Peace. All right, Vach.